Welcome to The View, where we center our news around you. In this week's episode of The View, we have announcements, video segments, sports, and a look at what's happening in our Bear Nation today. The View starts now. What's up, Bears? It's Friday, September 10th. I'm Rand, and I'll be hosting The View today. Just a friendly reminder to wear your masks properly in the building and your classrooms. Make sure to cover both your mouth and nose. I know these masks can be challenging to breathe in, but please try to stay in compliance with the mask mandate to make sure everyone, including you, remains safe. Today's SAT word of the week is demagogue, which means a political leader who seeks support by appealing to popular desires. Want to know it in a foreign language? In Arabic, that would be al-dihmawi. Now let's go to Yamari for our weekly announcements.
What's up, Bear Nation? I'm Yamari, and I will be bringing you the announcements today. This afternoon from 2:11 to 3:15, Skills USA will be meeting in Miss Booker's room 1.340. If you're interested in leadership training, film, engineering competitions, teamwork, confidence building, and going on out-of-school trips, check out Skills USA. Join Remind at MVHS Skills to get notifications about meetings and other events. Bears, we are so happy to see everyone participating in the Spirit Week. For a quick recap, Tuesday was Decades Day, Wednesday was Color Wars, yesterday was Twin Day, and today, Mountain View Spirit Wear. Thanks to all who showed out for Mountain View. Homecoming is tomorrow. How exciting! Just as you've all been dressing for Spirit Week, this year's homecoming is Carnival themed, so show up and show out. Please note that the dress code is still in effect during homecoming, so make sure to still be dressed according to dress code standards. Seniors who need to retake their senior portraits or who missed out on taking them, you can now sign up and take them. Magic Moment Photography will be held in the Media Center on day of the week, September 15th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and October 2nd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For signing up and setting an appointment, go to the senior website, seniorsmvhs.weeby.com. Attention Photography Club members, you have your first general meeting Friday, September 17th after school until 3:30. The meeting will take place in Miss Booker's room located around the corner from the Media Center. If you missed the interest meeting last month, you are still able to join, including new members. For more information, follow Mountain View Photography Club on Instagram and Remind at MVHS Photos. Attention senior students that have a car. GLST is working with the Student Council to host a senior car decorating event after school today. To sign up, scan the QR code. Now for this week's joke. Why did the math book look so sad? Because of all of its problems. Well, Bears, that wraps up the announcements and updates for this week. Back to you, Rand.
Thanks, Yomari, for the announcements and the joke of the week. Let's go to Marielle with our MVHS Impact News.
What's up, Bears? I'm Marielle, and this is MVHS Impact. Last week, we saw Hurricane Ida strike the Gulf and leave millions without power and at least 60 people dead. This week, Hurricane Larry is making its way through the Atlantic. With an eye that's 60 miles wide, it's gaining speed and strength. Larry's pathway is said not to hit land, but it is said to affect the tides. Bears, you have the chance to win 2 tickets to the home game against Mill Creek on October 15th and $5 to the Bareback store. If you want to win, post a picture on Instagram of you helping the environment like carpooling or using a reusable water bottle and post it with the hashtag MVHS Impact. That's all from me for MVHS Impact this week. Thanks for tuning in.
Welcome back to this week's sports. I'm Eric and I'll be bringing you the schedule, scores, and updates for our fall sports. We won our September 3rd game against Lanier with a score of 28-20, putting our overall score 2-1. We'll be going up against Jefferson at our homecoming game tonight, and the theme is American Out. Come on out and show your Mountain View spirit. In cross-country news, our latest meet was Thursday, September 2nd at North Oconee High School, but we don't have the scores yet. In terms of softball news, our varsity team went up against Peachtree Ridge at our last Thursday game, North Gwinnett on Monday and Walnut Grove on Tuesday. Our stats this season are now 8-8. We went up against Mill Creek yesterday, but we don't have the scores yet. In volleyball news, we played against North Gwinnett at our away game last Thursday, putting our stats at 11-12. We went up against Mill Creek yesterday, but we don't have the scores yet. Well, Bears, that concludes our sports updates for this week. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's go back to Rand. Go Bears!
Now let's head over to Sabrina to see what is popular this week in entertainment.
Thanks, Rand. I'm Sabrina, and here are your entertainment updates for this week. We'll start with the top movies that came out this week. First, we have Blood Brothers, Malcolm X, and Muhammad Ali. This is the extraordinary and ultimately tragic story of the friendship between two of the most iconic figures of the 20th century, Muhammad Ali, the greatest boxer of all time, and Malcolm X, the Nation of Islam's and Black America's most charismatic leader. It is available now on Netflix. Next, we have Malignant. Paralyzed by fear from shocking visions, a woman's torment worsens as she discovers her waking dreams are terrifying realities. And lastly, we have Come From Away. Filmed live on Broadway, the Tony Award-winning musical tells a remarkable true story of 38 flights grounded in a small Canadian town on September 11, 2001. As the locals host these Come From Aways, they come together and find hope. It is available on Apple TV. Moving on to TV shows. First, we have Impeachment: American Crime Story, a limited series available on Fox examining the national crisis that led to the first impeachment of a U.S. president in over a century. It tells the story through the eyes of the woman at the center of the events, Monica Lewinsky, Linda Tripp, and Paula Jones. Next, on Netflix, we have Kid Cosmic. A boy's superhero dreams come true when he finds 5 powerful cosmic stones. But saving the day is harder than he imagined, and he can't do it alone. And lastly, we have the 6th season of Lucifer on Netflix. Bored with being the Lord of Hell, the devil relocates to Los Angeles, where he opens a nightclub and forms a connection with a homicide detective. Now, music. After 40 years, ABBA is finally back. On Thursday, September 2nd, they released 2 new singles, which are titled I Still Have Faith in You and Don't Shut Me Down. Another big release was Drake's 6th studio album, Certified Lover Boy. It has a total of 21 songs and has many guest appearances, including Jay-Z, Travis Scott, Lil Wayne, Kid Cudi, and many more. Moving on, the top 5 books coming out this week include The Night She Disappeared by Lisa Jewell, Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney, Matrix by Lauren Groff, LA Weather by Maria Amparo Escandon, and Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. Lastly, the top video games coming out this week include Sonic Colors Ultimate, Life is Strange True Colors, NBA 2K22, and Tales of Arise. That wraps up my segment for this week. You can follow me on Instagram at @SabrinaHerrera19 and make sure to tune into next week's episode in order for updates about everything in entertainment. Let's go back to Rand.
Thanks, Sabrina. Let's be sure to check out some of those new games, movies, and music.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a difficult moment for America. Today, we've had a national tragedy. 2 airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center. The victims were in airplanes, were in their offices. Secretaries, businessmen and women, military and federal workers, moms and dads, friends and neighbors. Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror. The pictures of airplanes flying into buildings, fires burning, huge structures collapsing, have filled us with disbelief, terrible sadness, and a quiet, unyielding anger. These acts of mass murder were intended to frighten our nation into chaos and retreat. But they have failed. Our country is strong. A great people has been moved to defend a great nation. Terrorist attacks can shake the foundations of our biggest buildings, but they cannot touch the foundation of America. These acts shatter steel, but they cannot dent the steel of American resolve. America was targeted for attack because we're the brightest beacon for freedom and opportunity in the world. And no one will keep that light from shining.
A friendly reminder that next Tuesday, September 14th, is our first digital learning day. What does this mean? It means that you will not come to school, but you will complete your assignments from home. Be sure to check all of your classes for the assignments posted to eClass that day. Teachers and students, do you have news you want to have featured on the View TV? You can now submit announcements to be featured on the View. Scan this QR code to access the form. Well, Bears, this concludes this episode of The View. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our Instagram and Twitter page at Mountain View High School TV for any updates throughout the week. See you next week. Take care of yourself until then, and as you go about your day, always remember, life is like a stage and someone is always watching. Stay excellent, Mountain View.